Hello everyone, welcome back. CoachFury here, and we are back today with the next episode, episode 5 of our Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 21 Modern Series Let's Play with the Philadelphia 76ers. Been a roller coaster ride so far. I did not anticipate that with this team. I thought we would be a pretty comfortable lock for a playoff and one of the top 4 seeds I would have thought going into this, but we're not there. We've had injury problems. Last episode we just completed a trade deadline deal to bring in Joe Ingles, which to me I still think is an absolute steal to bring him in, giving away Korkmaz, Bradley, and I'm not sure who else, I can't remember, but we didn't give away any picks, which was crucial. We still managed to pick him up, which is good. We're in the situation now, really, guys, where we're 27 and 32. This roster should be better than its record, but injuries have played a part. The main thing now is just basically getting ourselves through this episode and getting ourselves to the playoffs, and then doing a little bit of recap. Hopefully we've made the playoffs and we're in a good position then. But to do that, we've got to obviously make some progress and really get ourselves going here. Unfortunately, Joe Ingles suffered an injury during the All-Star break for some reason, I think. So he's got 3 more days to return. So we're going to go through those 3 days, and then we'll reset the lineup and see if we can get ourselves through, avoid injuries, win a bunch of games, and then come into the playoffs fresh, healthy, and in good form. That is the aim today. We'll see how we get on. But first up, we've got our first game here against the New York Knicks to see whether we can get past them. And we can with a 1-point win. That's a big result, really, because that takes our winning streak to 2 now. We've obviously had some terrible losing streaks of recent, but that's good. Good to see that we've performed pretty well. The defense is still pretty atrocious, though. That is a worrying sign. But we'll still keep progressing. So we'll get through the 3 days and get ourselves back into a position where we can obviously bring Ingles back into the lineup. So I think we are now at a point where we can bring Ingles back in. Yep. So we'll get the AI to suggest that Ingles is obviously back in the starting lineup. Howard, Milton, Green, our main supporting cast off the bench. And then Scott really providing the power forward minutes. In terms of the strategy, obviously we've been doing a sort of perimeter focus, which I think we'll still carry on with. And we've been doing straight man-to-man. I might change this to passive. We'll just see. Let's just see how that goes. We'll just do it for this one game against the Clippers. See if it works. The main issue for us, for those of you who've been following along, really, has been the defensive rating. We've always been ranked in one of the bottom 5, really, of defense, and I'm not sure why that is, unless it's the fact that Simmons is just incapable of guarding bigger players, smaller players, really. So maybe we just have to say go and mark any post player, and then we'll adjust accordingly to that. So we've got the Clippers today. Let's see if we can get a win against the Clippers. And we can. We managed to get a nice 12-point win against the Clippers. Did that improve our defense? That's the question. And yeah, okay, our defense was a bit better. Simmons looks a little bit sharper. Look at that. That's starting 5. Seriously, you're not going to get a better starting 5 than that, really, in terms of balance and things. That's why I'm so confident that we can get a bit of a run going. So we're going to obviously sim to the playoffs now, I think. Happy with the rotation. We'll obviously stop if we get a injury. We won't stop on action emails. I'm not too worried about that. And we'll see how we get on. But fingers crossed, we are going to hopefully get ourselves into the playoffs. That is the plan today, really. Unexpected loss there, probably against the Lakers. Beat Sacramento. So we're now 30 and 33. We need to be a point above 0.500 to really have a chance. And it looks like we've got an injury immediately. And Tobias Harris is out. No surprise, another bunch of people are out. So, okay. Harris is out. Scott will come in. Harris, how long are you out for? 2 days. So we will play those 2 days and get Harris back. We've got the Warriors who are 42 and 21, actually. They're having a really good season. Lost to the Warriors. We've got next day. We haven't got any games, so we can get through that. Right. AI put us back into our normal rotation. Good. And back we go. Got 38 days till the playoffs. We just need to get some wins. We need some wins, guys. I have faith in this roster. This roster is good enough. Nice win against Detroit. Needed that. A loss against Indiana. We're now 31-35. Eesh. This is really not looking good. And we have another injury. Seriously, how many? Oh no, we don't have an injury. I have an inbox message. No, just comments. I'm not worried about comments, guys. How are we looking in standings, actually? Let's have a quick look in terms of conference play. So we are the 7th seed at the minute. We are very, very lucky that this Eastern Conference is so weak. We are 31-35. We are definitely probably not going to be a top 4 seed now. Main thing is to make the playoffs. If we make the playoffs, we can deal with it from then. But we need to get some form going. A good win against Washington there. And another injury. Oh my goodness me. Joe Ingles is now out for 3 days. I mean, these guys are not even on the bio to be like injured. He's like, I mean, his durability is tough. He's not even like expected to be injured that often, which is a bit annoying. So we'll see him through the 3 days. Of course, we lose again because we've lost another player. And of course, we have a back-to-back as well when we have our guys out. So he's got 2 more days to go. And we managed to beat Charlotte. Thank goodness for that. So let's get him back in the lineup. That's the story. Really has been the story of our regular season. I'm so confident with this team that if we do get to the playoffs and we are completely healthy, this team is going to be a challenge for anyone. The issue has been, it really has been just injuries. It really has. So we've got 26 days until the playoffs. I'm probably not going to go directly to the playoffs. We will probably stop a couple of days before just to see how the lay of the land works. We lose to Atlanta in wow, that was a crazy game, 139-142. We beat Minnesota, so now 34-37. We just, come on, we need to be above 500. Another win against the Chicago there. We lost to Phoenix. Oh, can't get a run going. That beat Portland, that's nice, that's a good win. Portland are a pretty solid team. Just, we can't get a run going. I mean, that 14 straight losses has really killed us this season. But at least everyone looks like everyone's staying healthy, although we are losing games, which is questionable. But you know, it's been bouncing win, loss, really. No run together. And Danny Green is now with a strained calf, so someone else will have to come in. I'm not going to bother messing around too much with this. Let's take a little look at the standings. Are we looking comfortable at the minute? I mean, we are pretty comfortable for a playoff position now, bearing in mind that the next team in is 31 wins and we're at 37. So given the fact that I don't think we have that many games left now. How many games do we have left? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we are definitely in the playoffs, which is the good thing. So hopefully we can get ourselves up to a higher seed percentage. I mean, if we can get above the Wizards, that would be good. I mean, we're not going to be a top 5 seed anymore. So I'm hoping if we can get into a 5th seed, that would be pretty nice. But let's just get ourselves to the playoffs. We've got 10 days. Let's just crack on and get there. Lost to Milwaukee, probably expected. And another injury, it looks like. Seriously, our injury list must be insane. Migraines, I don't even know how long Simmons is out. Bruce Sternum is out for 1 day. So we're playing with basically the bench here for this day. Who have we got? Spurs. Okay, we managed to completely trounce the Spurs, actually. Let's get everyone back in. Back in you go. And we beat New Orleans 39-41. We are probably going to be a .500 team at this rate. And we beat Memphis to go 40-41. Can we go .500? And we can. We finished 41-41. Wow. Bearing in mind all the injuries we've had, I'm okay with that. Which means we did manage to snag the 5th seed. 10 game gap off of that. Look at that though. So how's it looking? So we've got the Bucks won 60 games. The Pacers won 57 games. Wow. That's mad. Can't believe that Pacers team won so many games. Then we got the Nets. Okay, expected. The Hawks, Celtics, then us. Then the Wizards, then the Raptors. Okay. How's it looking in the Western Conference? So the Warriors top the Western Conference. Then the Clippers, Suns, Grizzlies. The Lakers only won 50 games. And I mean, look at the depth. I mean, let's be honest. If we were in the Western Conference, we would not have made the playoffs. Dallas scraping it 44 and 38. So they're pretty lucky we are in the Eastern Conference, but we've just had a really horrible season of injuries. Let's take a little look at our team info. That's not ours. Where are you? And is our insights. That's what I want to look at. So we are a pretty terrible defensive team. I'm not sure why that is. We'll maybe have a little look at that in a minute. 3-point percentage, we're good. Offense rating's not bad either, to be honest. Let's have a look. Why are we such a bad defensive team? Going to the stats and we'll look at the miscellaneous. So this one tells you points allowed, shots faced. So yeah, we just are terrible at stopping drives. That's the problem. Ben Simmons is our point guard and he's trying to stop drives. That's the issue. Look, 21% of the drives are just going past him and pretty much always scoring on him every minute they can. So that's a bit of an issue. We might have to think about possibly moving him around. I mean, I guess that is the issue with the 76ers in real life, is that you have Simmons who, you know, is such a good ball handler. You want him with the ball. You know, in terms of guarding opposition point guards, he's just not going to be good enough. He's just because of his size and his weight, really. But we do, in terms of points allowed, shots faced, we are pretty terrible on that front. We have a couple of guys who are good at stopping drives. Corver, Green. Yeah, Maxi's not bad, I suppose. But look at that. I mean, he faces 10 drives a game because he's guarding a point guard. He only stops 2 of them, so that immediately causes problems. I think in the strategy I've set him to mark. Okay, I haven't set him to mark that. I thought I'd set him up to mark a post player. Yeah, okay. That's a bit of an issue. But we can micromanage that in the playoffs, certainly. So if we look at our insights again. Not bad. I mean, offensively, I'm pretty happy with where we are. It's just the defense. If we can sort the defense out for the playoffs, then we're going to be in good shape, I think. Main thing is that we got here, though. I mean, looking at where we were at the mid-season point, I was really worried we weren't going to make the playoffs. So let's have a little look at the league leaders. So Trae Young's is the lead. I can't even say that word. The league leader in points per game at 34.7. Yeah, okay. Pretty huge amounts of volume he's taking. But you know, when you score that efficiently, pretty much okay. Irving, Harden, Embiid obviously up there. Have a little look at the assists. So Simmons is up there with 9.6. And rebounds. Yeah, not bad. Anthony Davis leading the blocks per game. Crazy. And steals, Ben Simmons is up there. Nice, 2.5 a game. Nobody in the 3-point made. Only Steph Curry is up there. Let's have a look at the teams then. So we'll look at the advanced stats. In terms of offensive efficiency, we are second. So we are such a good offensive team, which just the defense is such a worry. There's a defensive efficiency. We are definitely the worst in defensive efficiency. Yeah, okay. Defense is definitely the thing we'll have to do a little bit of tweaking, I think, for the playoffs to see if we can address that. We'll certainly see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just let's just get ourselves to the playoffs here. Oh, okay, we are in the playoffs. So this is how it looks. Let's have a look at the Western Conference first. So first of all, we have the Warriors against the Mavs. That's going to be a great matchup. Doncic against Steph Curry and co. Grizzlies, Lakers, Morant against Davis and LeBron James. Suns, Kings is a bit of a whitewash, and the Clippers, Nuggets is an interesting one. Then in terms of the Eastern Conference, Bucks Raptors should be a good game. Former champions against, probably the MVP in Giannis. Hawks Celtics will be interesting. See how that Celtics team gets on against that surprising Hawks team, really. But we have a very tough matchup. We are the 6th seed, and we are up against the Brooklyn Nets of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Obviously, Harden's not there like he is in real life, because we started this Let's Play series before that crazy trade happened. So it's going to be tough. I mean, let's have a little look at the Brooklyn team. They obviously traded to get Ricky Rubio as well on the last episode. But yeah, that's a pretty good team. Irving and Durant are sort of the main players, but then they have Jarrett Allen, who's a pretty good post player. Ricky Rubio, pretty good point guard. How do they look in terms of rotation? So Irving plays point guard for them. Rubio plays shooting guard. They've still got LeVert as well. He's a pretty good scorer. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough one. They've also got DeAndre Jordan, who's aging a bit now. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun matchup, this one. So you have to think about this, because obviously we clearly do not want Simmons guarding Irving or Rubio, really, just because of the size difference. Last time we played them, I believe it was like episode 2. Irving, I think, put up a silly amount of points against us because Simmons was just guarding him. So that's one we're going to have to adjust to, and that's going to be key for us. Someone else will have to guard Irving, and we'll probably put Simmons on Durant or maybe Allen or something, and see how he gets on with that. But yeah, this is going to be a tough one. This really is going to be a tough one. Fascinating matchup though, because if we can put off an upset here, we knock out probably one of the favourites for the actual finals, not just the Eastern Conference. But yeah, we made it, 41 of 41. We're on a 4-win streak. It's going to be tough. This is going to be a real tough one to see whether we can get past it. I'm going to be interested to see how Embiid, Harris and Simmons get on. Hopefully stay healthy as well through the series. That's going to be key. But yeah, we'll see what happens next time. If you've enjoyed this episode and you're interested in seeing the first round matchup against the Brooklyn Nets, hit the like and subscribe button. You can come back next time when the next episode comes out, and we'll see if we can pull off an upset and defeat the Brooklyn Nets.